you doing? Welcome into another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. This your boy JustCMTexx. On your way in, if you can do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I thank you for all the support. Currently, my analytics is showing that 63% of the people who watch my channel are not subscribed. Just let me know what I'm doing wrong down in the comment sections. What could I do better? What type of content you're looking for? And how I can earn your subscription to the channel. But if you like the content on the channel, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button on your way in. And thank you and enjoy the content. Welcome in, guys, to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. This is your host, JustCMTexx, and I'm back, and we're getting ready to go over my tier list for the month of July. Now, there's some tunes that have moved down, some tunes that have moved up. We have some new tunes coming to a game. We just had the Skybound X announced. There's a lot of different things that is getting ready to go on inside of the game, inside of the world of the Walking Dead Road to Survival. So this is the tier list to help you distinguish what tunes are in the current meta, which tunes that you want to work on, and which tunes you want to actually be able to shoot for. So let's go ahead and get into it. So here's my D list tunes. On this list we have Heath, we have John, we have Vincent, okay, we have Connie, Harlan, and Carl. Now, the D list tunes don't mean that these tunes can't be used. It's just that they're out of rotation, right? So Vincent, Heath are some of the worst tunes in the game. Their kits are not really well put together. So these are tunes that will more than likely use for fodder, okay? Carl and Harlan, they are tier 5 tunes, but you know, you will typically use them for their mythic trial that comes into the game. So you will have Carl will be used for the young veteran trial, the young, I think it's young veterans or young survivors that comes up. So when that comes up, that's what Carl will be used for. Those tunes really don't have too much stake in the game. So these are tunes that you don't want to invest too many resources into. These ones you want to just get to tier 5, those two, and just leave them there, and things of that nature. Carl did have a little spot in the very beginning of the meta a couple months ago, but he is since falling out of the rotation. So that's what you want to do there with those tunes that are on the list here. This is the D list tune. Now, next on our tier list is the C list tunes. We have Beta, we have Shane, Dexter, we have Bruce, who was an event character, Darius, we have Elodie, Gabriel, Herschel, and we have Holly. Now, at one point, Holly was a top tune. She was one of the good tunes in the very early meta, but since then we have strong attack tunes that have come out, and she'll just get obliterated. So like I said, at one point she was really good, but she is not a part of the current meta at the moment. She has dropped down considerably on the tier list, so we have her there. Herschel is a healing tune. He does have a bit of control with neutralize, but he just doesn't fit into the current meta style of the game right now. Currently, Beta, I haven't found any really use for Beta. I have Beta now. He will be leveled up and will be used for the trials that are getting ready to come up here shortly. That's what I will do and use him for. So is Dexter, Bruce, Darius, and Gabriel as well. Gabriel and Lodi could be you know, higher, maybe a B, possible A tier tune, but they just get shredded with such heavy tough damage tunes in the game right now, so they wouldn't benefit, you wouldn't benefit from that. So there you have it with the C list tunes here. The next list of tunes that we have and we're going to get into here is the B list of tunes. Now, this is the bulk of the tunes in which the game kind of revolves around. So what do I mean kind of revolve around? Well, let's take Gregory for example, okay? Gregory is one of the tunes that if you build him right, he can actually be on your defensive team right now. But we know that there are options out there that are better than Gregory at the moment, right? So If you are a person who's relatively new to the game, you don't have your gators, things of that nature, you can build Gregory up, put a fast weapon in his hand, absolute defense and fast healing, and put him on a nice team, and he could be a viable option for you in that instance. Another kind of idea we have here for this B tier list tunes is a guy like Thomas Richards. Okay, everybody knows how I feel about Thomas Richards. Okay, I love Thomas Richards and I hate Thomas Richards all in the same breath, right? The reason being is because I get him all the time. I have quite a few dupes of him. But if Thomas Richards had a team that can be built around him, okay, then I think that he could actually be a very good defensive tune, which is why he's here at the B tier list, and he could possibly be a A tier list tune. Once more tunes of his type come into the game, if that meta ever shifts, there you have it. You have Thomas Richards. Now, in combination, Abraham, Dwight, and Shiva, all three of them can be used together. They make a good combination together, but separately, they're not as strong. So this is why they are B tier list characters. You would have to have Abraham, Dwight, and Shiva in a team, and with a good lead, these tunes together can absolutely wreck a team with the bleed damage and the control. The bleed, the lacerator, things of that nature. These are tunes that you would want to have on your team. They're good for conquest. As a matter of fact, they're one of the metas in Conquest right now, so you would definitely want to use them there. Alpha is another tune that is in the mid-range there. She is really good in Conquest. Along with Rosita, they provide some control. Alpha does the crosshairs and she has infection. She provides that little alleyway there, so she's a really good tune. We have Sophia here. Sophia can hit like a truck if you put her in a certain strong team and things of that nature, with some strong attack weapons, and she has neutralized, so she has quite a bit of control, which makes her be a B-list character. And we have Garrett as well on this list too. Now, what you'll see here is the tune from the season 2 store, Kapoor, is on this tier list. Why is he at a B tier? Because we just haven't had much experience with him. He just recently came out a couple days ago. We don't know how his kit's gonna work, so he is here on the B tier list as a placeholder. He could go down, he could go up. I personally think in the next one, he'll definitely be one of the tunes that will definitely shoot up that tier list there. So this is what you have here. This is the B list of tunes here. We now have our A tier list, and these are some of the best tunes in the game. These are the tunes that you want to absolutely get your hand on because they are going to be very useful. So we're going to start off this tier list with Martinez. Martinez is one of the newer tunes in the game, but he has a lot of control, and he's going to be one of the tunes that you can get in the upcoming Beat the Heat roadmap that's getting ready to come to the Road to Survival. He confounds. He is just a really good tune that you can be able to have. You can plug him in on your defensive team to be able to help with control. He can also be used in certain offensive situations to be able to help with control as well. You definitely want to get him and plug him into your team. Next on this list, we have Mercer. Mercer is one of the best defensive tunes in the game. He could be an S tier tune that reflect damage to bleed. It is just a lot that goes on with Mercer. He is one of the best tunes in the game. We have Pete Anderson on this list as well. Pete Anderson is a very good tune, and he will be used in your conquest roadmaps and in your survival roadmaps. This is where Pete Anderson will absolutely shine, because when a character crits, I believe it heals the team 10%, and not only that, he provide crits as a part of his kit as well. So he's a really good leader to be able to have in survival road and in the conquest roadmaps there as well. Okay, we have Rick, Yumiko. Ash is one of the new attack tunes in the game. The beautiful thing about Ash is that Ash can actually use a double attack weapon in her hand because she is a tough toon, and when she rampages, she can decap more than one toon. She's good. Dante is good for roadmaps. He's also good for conquest as well. Very good toon. We have Doc Stevens. We're familiar with him. Erica, Frost, Gator, Ivanova. We also have Jesse Anderson, Jesus on this list as well. I had Jesus ranked a little bit lower, but he moved on up on the list, and here's why. Jesus has focus. He also has disarm, can be used on a defensive team, and he has an absolute weapon already built in. So he has one of the better weapons to start off with, and you can actually craft on him. He's actually a really good toon there, and he provides a ton of control for you as well. So Jesus is there. We have Lori, Carol here, Magna, and Tyrese. Let me know what your thoughts are about Tyrese down in the comments. I have him here as an A tier toon. He did kind of fall off a little bit, used to be an S rank, but with different defensive toons coming into the game, you know, it just put him at a difficult position. Even though you can use the slow mod on him, it just doesn't work the same after the update. But Tyrese is still here nonetheless because he does do a ton of damage, and if you are a lower rank Walking Dead player, you know, somebody who just coming into the game, things of that nature, you can be able to use him on your team and he will absolutely wreck in the beginning game. Now, this is the A-list toon. These are toons that are at the top of the list but quite not S rank. You want to go ahead and get your hands on as many of them as possible and be able to put them into your teams. Next on this list here that we have for the tier list, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to look at the S rank toons. All right, what is going on with the S rank toons here? And here's the list here. So on my S rank toons list, we have Uncle Sam, Waylon, Zachary, you have Alice, Andrea, Connor, Glenn, Governor. Kelly is up here because Kelly is a absolute beast. He is definitely needed in both arenas, and he's really good in conquest, and on your offensive team he can help take some of those blows, provide a guardian shield. We have Sandy. Sandy is the absolute best attack toon in the game. If you have Sandy, you definitely want to be able to get your hands on her. If you don't have Sandy, you want to also get your hands on her because she is definitely one of the best available free-to-play toons. You can be able to get Sandy from the supply depot, and she will work out very well in your team. We have Michonne Mirabelle. Mirabelle is the premier toon on this S rank list. She is now in the bit shop currently. You want to go ahead and get your hands on Mirabelle because I personally believe it's almost impossible to complete conquest without her. She's on all my conquest teams, just simply because she provides that guardian shield. She provides a second turn to confuse that can be able to help out and things of that nature. She's just an all-around great toon. So you definitely want to get your hands on Mirabelle there as well. Morgan is also a great toon. He can be got from the Mythic Trials. Negan is up here. Yes, Uncle Sam is in the game, but Negan is still the premier leader, okay? He's still one of the most used toons in the game. Everybody is still using Negan because there are ways around Uncle Sam. There's different teams you could build to be able to get after him. Everything is still good with Negan. You can still use him. Do not hit the panic overload button just yet, all right? Now, we have Princess, Razzo, and Ty to finish off this list, and this is the S rank tier list. These are the top toons in the Walking Dead Road to Survival. So there you have it. That is my tier list there with the Walking Dead Road to Survival. Man, I just want to thank you guys for all the support, for everything that you do. This is your boy, Just Call Me Tex. I appreciate it. Peace.